Yee. 196 for 8.
What were you said?
I said 198. He said 192. You said 201.
You're the closest.
I am the closest.
But it's just that good thing is we're on the vicinity. It's not like 180, 190 you've said and scores 140.
Yeah, we haven't said that.
Yeah.
Or you said 160, 170, score is 220.
Yep.
Close, there and thereabouts.
See, it's not like the SRH game, 277.
Today, let's say we all read the crystal ball right. Or just about.
Just about, yeah.
The good thing for RCB is that for once the batting order has put their hand up and contributed. Still, there will be a question mark over some. For example, the likes of Glenn Maxwell. He's got all of 32 runs in the IPL so far. I'm not talking about one inning. 32 in one inning also is not great for someone, who comes with that reputation. In the IPL so far, the man has got 32 runs. So
Innings,
still,
6 innings.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The IPL so far.
Performance has been this.
In the IPL so far has been terrible. So there's still question marks, and there were question marks over a lot of them. But finally, Dinesh Karthik coming good, Rajat Patidar coming good. Even you could say even Faf du Plessis coming good. All of them had been sleepwalking in the IPL so far. They've all stepped up on that one occasion where Virat Kohli failed to fire. On that rare occasion that Virat Kohli failed to fire. 196, I think a total that if you told RCB, at the toss, because they had lost the toss, they were put into bat first, I think they would have taken it, 196.
Somewhere I think they're 10-15 short. For their bowling lineup,
Yeah, but I'm saying if you, before batting only, you had said, okay, 196, you would have taken.
I think they know.
That is the lowest expectation that you can keep.
Yeah, again,
for this bowling
I think even before the tournament started, with the RCB squad that you had at hand and the potential 11 you could think for them, you knew that, this, given the team that they had, they need 200 plus on most occasions.
No, that's their dream. But I'm saying realistically, if you ask
that's,
them,
I think, realistic approach to have for them.
Yes, approach. I'm saying realistically, with let's say bowling attack led by Jasprit Bumrah, and if you had asked Virat Kohli to predict how much is RCB, and he's not saying this on camera, like heart of heart, what does he actually feel? Would his prediction not be this much? I mean, he has to look at his own batting lineup and looking at the form of his batters, the fact that Jasprit Bumrah is bowling. I think he would have said 196. It'll be like on a good day we'll get 196.
Yeah, but look at
I think he would have wanted more for the simple reason.
Wanted, yes. Everyone wants 250 with their bowling lineup, but he has to be realistic. No, the prediction has to be realistic.
It's about So Virat Kohli would have, let's say, had far more faith in his batting than in his bowling. So going by that, because he knew that the batting is what he has to back and can deliver much more. So again, 200 plus.
No, he would have wanted more. But if you had asked him to predict, could he have predicted more?
He would have taken this.
I mean, prediction, I don't know. Heart of heart, everyone would have known that if you get 196, they would have been like, I think that is a. You also have to see your range, no? Where can you go with the form that you are in? I think they pretty much know this is their range.
This is their range. It gives them a fighting chance. It gives the bowlers plenty to defend according to their thing. It gives them something to defend at. Because it's a flat deck. Let us be very honest about it. There is a bit of initial movement and zip, but apart from that, it's an absolute road.
Yeah.
Mumbai may have a problem with their streets, but if you want a better road, you have to go to the Wankhede.
The quality of road is fine in Mumbai.
South Bombay, it's good, but rest of Bombay,
at the moment, no place is it good. I was in the city a couple of months, but rather just the previous one, whole shahar is dug up.
Yeah, of course, I mean,
whole of
Mumbai in 30-40 years, they have been digging up places as if they're looking for oil and gold. That's how it is. Every single
They're only
thing.
looking for the metro.
Still not complete.
Okay, 196 firstly, what do you think? Enough?
10-15 runs under par.
Under par. It's a
so you know what point that brings us to? You guys all had a go at Virat Kohli that day. The fact of the matter is, whether he bats, so see, for example, if strike rate was an issue, today then he getting out, you should have got, amazing score. Na? It's not happening. Fact of the matter is, with this RCB team, strike rate is not an issue. I think Virat should not even worry about that. Why? Because the day he gets out, they're still going to get
They get to early 180s, yeah.
180, 190, that range. The day he bats, also they'll get 180, 190.
Yes.
So doesn't matter. He should not worry about it.
He bats.
It's not like, he should not feel guilty that if I had gotten out early and something else would have happened. This batting lineup on a good day, and I'd say today has been a decent day for them. How many days can you expect Dinesh Karthik as well as a Rajat Patidar and a Faf du Plessis all firing on the same day? Not going to happen too often.
It's not going to happen. But
So,
he doesn't.
let Virat be.
No, because it comes with a disclaimer, na. He worries, he doesn't worry, bats well, doesn't bat well. Result is the same. RCB will either not win or they'll huff and puff their way to a win and choke in the big moment.
And they will get this much only.
Yeah.
So then the whole discussion around his strike rate is moot.
No, that is their own self-inflicted pain.
It's partially right. It's partially right. What it does is today, of course, once Virat was out in the power play, the other batters knew that they're in trouble if they don't pull their weight today. A couple of them did so, and good on them, because otherwise, the fingers had already been started to, or rather the daggers were already out for a couple of them. One of them has already lost their place in the side. Who knows if this is another failure, and it has been for Glenn Maxwell. But again, Glenn Maxwell comes with that reputation and that X factor, which you will rely on for, let's say, 80% of the campaign. Once you're mathematically out, only then you're looking past somebody like a Glenn Maxwell. Even this duck doesn't change much for RCB and for Glenn Maxwell right now.
Just about 5 months ago, he played the greatest knock ever in ODI history at this venue on one leg, or no legs, because he was cramped up totally. He couldn't
One
move.
leg is fair to say.
But still. But today, leg spinner again. Just can't play any kind of spin in the IPL.
I had no idea about that ball.
Yeah.
No idea.
Total googly from Shreyas Gopal. And
By the way, what did you make of the umpiring? I thought it was very strange. Very, very strange umpiring from Nitin Menon. I mean, there was this one point where he totally fell under the pressure of the bowling team, that is the Mumbai Indians. That decision, he initially gave it not out, that caught behind. Initially gave it not out. Mumbai Indians,
You're talking about Fafs.
Yeah, there was Faf where
I think it was Faf, the one that they reviewed.
Yeah, which was not out. And then he goes on to say that it is checked for the catch if the ball carried or not. Okay, but in that process, that's what I don't like about that DRS. In that process, you saw, the third umpire saw that there was no edge only. But Mumbai Indians, there was no review that was called on for. This is that particular incident. This is that particular incident.
I
that
think it was
showing.
Jasprit Bumrah who was bowling.
Yeah, but what happened is that...
He was checking if the catch was complete.
No. Let me explain it. If you were watching the match, this incident happens, there is no edge, it carries. Mumbai Indians appeal for an out. Nitin Menon has not given an out. Out of the pressure of their appeal, he says, I want to check if the ball has been collected by the wicket keeper or not cleanly, which means Nitin Menon then has made it a point that it is out, right? And now in a normal situation, if the umpire had not given it out, Mumbai would have to use a review. Mumbai did not use a review. That thing went to the third umpire, and the first thing that the third umpire notices is that it's not even taken the edge. So he says there's no edge, and you get away without a review. One review should have been wasted for Mumbai Indians, and Nitin Menon should have at that time, if he stuck with not out, he should have just stuck with it that it's not out. Where you allowed that, and I think this is that change needed. If the third umpire if the on-field umpire has asked for only to see the catch if it's clean or not, and not necessarily the edge, then you should have only shown that side-on angle to show the catch.
And also they were saying Mumbai probably got an extra review. That's what many people are trending. There was an extra review given to Mumbai Indians.
Not extra. This proved
This
to be
is
the,
again, it acted
But
as
it
acted as an extra.
It acted as an extra.
See, he's
you
giving
got a
them
review
an
without
extra
having
review.
The
asked for
umpire
one.
took the initiative.
Correct.
You
Correct.
got a review without you having to ask for one.
Yes. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. It's
But
that extra
as
review.
we say, I mean, even look at the number of decisions that they have to take. So many decisions took so much time. So much time was in today, 1 hour 30 minutes. Look at the timing. It's taken this long to complete this many overs.
It's usually 1 hour 15. No,
85 minutes you have to complete the overs. 85 minutes. That's 1 hour and 25 minutes. But look at the time. Every decision.
See, most teams are using Siddharth 1 hour 45. 1 hour 45 has been happening. 7:30 you start, 9:15 is when we are mostly here.
No, it doesn't start at 7:30. It's 7:30. But then today, look at it, 2 hours.
2 hours. Today, another 15 minutes.
Look at it. This is the problem. That is, I mean, the umpiring standards, if you have to look at it, for the biggest league that you claim to be, look at the standards. It's right down here.
It was just a couple of days back, I remember when Ravi Shastri was in the comm box, and again for an obvious decision, for which the decision was made in the
7
first frame.
minutes.
Yes, and Ravi Shastri made it a point to call it on commentary. That, clear as day, and he's taken 5 minutes to give the decision.
Out of all the contentious issues, I know that Lomror and all they're pointing out, but there, listen, that's an umpire's call. Those are RCB fans complaining about it. There's nothing you can do. The 4, I agree that 1 4, I think was a 4 on the boundary. Where it was Akash Madwal, tried to say that was a 4. Probably that should have been given. But out for Lomror, that was clearly out. The full toss marginal call.
Yes.
If it did not go RCB's way, absolutely fine. No issue. 2 big blunders. One, giving that extra review. I mean, which ideally Mumbai should have taken the review. But Nitin Menon kind of gifted it by saying that I want to see if the catch is cleanly taken or not. That and that 4. I think two things that really stand out. Nitin Menon, there was another mistake that he made the other day when he was being the third umpire. It's just slipping out of my mind. He was a TV umpire and made a blunder there too.
I mean, what do we say? I mean, umpiring, the time taken is too long. Technology also, if you aid them, it still takes long. Sometimes under the influence of teams, they can do it. I mean, if you have to maintain a calm head, it's absent. It's absolutely gone.
Okay, anyway, let's get back to the game. Let's talk about Virat Kohli. A rare failure for him. What did you make of the time that Virat was facing up to Jasprit Bumrah? How many? 3 or 4 balls he faced?
3 balls.
4th he was out.
Yeah, 4th he was out.
Surprisingly enough, he looked like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Surprisingly, why do you surprise? I don't think it's surprising.
It's clueless.
Because you don't see, many bowlers who can do that to Virat Kohli.
Yes, I agree. But Bumrah does have that.
That's what
it's happened in the past.
That's what I'm saying. So, in the last 3 weeks of IPL that we've been feasting on, have we ever seen Virat Kohli the way that he batted today?
That's because he never faced
Bumrah. Agreed.
But in the past as well, whenever he's come up against Bumrah, Bumrah has had the wood over him.
Yeah, 5 times.
And the thing is that, see, sometimes we take a look at matchups or, how this bowler is done against a batter. And if the figures are overwhelmingly in favor of the bowler, you say, okay, this is his bunny. But that is purely looking at numbers. In Virat and Bumrah's case, I'm not even looking at numbers. I'm sure that Bumrah must have got him out more than a few times, if my memory serves me right.
5 times.
But it is more than just the pure number. It's just the contest between bat and ball. And with Virat, it never seems like that with any bowler where he look the inferior of the two. But with Jasprit Bumrah, it does seem like that he is happy to get off strike, and it's a rare thing for me to say about Virat Kohli, because I think he's so ultra confident and he's so gifted that with most bowlers he fancies himself. He takes them on. He says, I will eventually have the better of the bowler, whoever the bowler could be. It's only with Jasprit Bumrah, it feels like either he was wanting to get off the strike, he's not comfortable, or he wants to prove a point by hitting him. But even when he's trying to hit them, it's that kind of hitting where you're not fully in control. So I think somewhere Bumrah is in Virat's head.
Yeah, I mean,
the moment you saw him make room, I think it was the first or the second ball that he faced with Bumrah, the moment he made room in trying to just get bat on ball, that time you knew, boss, something's wrong. It's there in the head.
The one thing which rattled him was from that good length which came back and hit the back leg. Yeah. That rattled him. Because he was like, okay, he's getting skid, he's bowling at an uncomfortable length.
No, he was rattled even before that. The first ball he faced. So unusually Virat, right?
Yeah.
Like making room and trying to play that. He wouldn't do it with any other bowler. Most bowlers, very good, so supremely confident. He's like, I'm going to be here. You bowl the ball and I'll find a gap.
Yep.
Wasn't happening.
Let's go to the Punjab game. He had respect for Bumrah and Rabada. He said it. For Arshdeep and Rabada. What did he do the other day though? He was so confident in his approach. He was dancing down the track and he said at the halfway stage that these are bowlers who know that I love the cover drive, so they're not going to bowl me there. I knew they were going to go a little back of length because just to deny me the cover drive. So I had to find ways. I danced down the track and I then went over the covers. Today though, the same Virat Kohli, again, it's probably that contest on that was riding on his
5 times
mind.
he's gotten him out. I mean, see, the stats are very evenly favoured to both Bumrah and Virat. 152 strike rate against Bumrah, he's gotten him out 5 times. What do you do? And Kohli was Bumrah's first IPL wicket, his 100th wicket.
Yeah,
and today, Bumrah has become the first bowler to ever take a 5-wicket haul against RCB. First bowler in the history of IPL. No one had taken a 5-wicket haul against RCB.
Because the camera continued to, cut towards Virat during the inning. Was he unhappy with one of the on-field decisions? I think maybe one of those was the 4 that wasn't given
Not
to.
sure. Not sure.
Because he seemed to be not okay with something that was happening on the field.
Not sure.
We no idea.
Yeah.
Why Virat,
Yeah, you were saying about Bumrah.
first bowler to take a 5-wicket haul against RCB. Previous best was, I think, Ashish Nehra. 4 wickets.
Really?
Yes, I think 4 wickets he picked for Chennai Super Kings.
But more on Jasprit Bumrah, let's say in the post-match show. The guy was again a treat to watch.
Masterclass.
Just another Jasprit Bumrah masterclass.
Yeah.
Can we take a couple of comments, Shivam, before we
On that pitch, look at the economy rates and the bowlers. I mean, that's where the whole story is.
Dhanush says Australia opposite to India, win ICC tournament, choke during the IPL.
Exactly.
Not if you're Pat Cummins, he's proving
Yeah.
that he wants to win the IPL too this season. Jayan Jha says 20 overs in 2 hours, no penalty to bowling side. No, there will be,
Overrate of
Did
the
they have an extra fielder inside towards the end? I doubt.
No, I think, see, why so much time was taken? Because so much time was taken for the decisions, umpiring. There were 2 or 3 boundaries which took 5 minutes to judge. Yeah. Whether it hit on the full, whether it hit on the half volley, we didn't know at that time.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Shaker GTN, in memory of last evening's thriller from a GT fan, which the entire sports team are Rashid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak.
Oh,
to you.
Rashid.
Rashid.
Rashid did have a great Eid.
Of course, yes.
Early.
Hope dear RR sympathizers were supplied enough.
Glucose. Yes. Well, Mirage rules from Canada. I feel Siraj will do it for RCB. 50 for 3 for 6 overs.
Okay.
Oh.
RCB were 44 for 2.
Yeah, 44 for 2.
Yeah.
Their lower order bailed them out.
Actually, you see, they were roughly around 44 and 6. Then they took it to about 9 and over. Then it was towards the end when they took it to a little over 10 and over.
That's 66 in the last 5.
So a little over 10.
Not a little over 10, much more than 10.
Much more, yeah.
12 or close to
5,
13.
no, in the last 5, they were 130. So roughly, yes.
13, they went to over
Harshit
13.
math is.
Yeah.
How many days away is the T20 World Cup?
Roughly about 50 days.
Not roughly, it is 50 days away.
Yeah, 50.
Okay.
Okay, Shubham Garg. He's really been harsh on Nitin Menon.
What
Can
is
I
the
take
question?
that?
Also, we cannot.
He is saying it. Take it.
Well, Shubham Garg reckons ED investigation for Nitin Menon, please. FAF review, Lomror LBW was clearly missing leg. Disagree. We all know DRS is flaky when ball hits pad full.
Yeah, but the rest of the things we spoke
Rest
about.
is fine, but the Lomror LBW, I'm sorry, it did seem like clipping even from that angle. So, ooh.
Any more? Okay, just Siddharth says, Nikhil sir, do you regret criticizing Xavi few months back? Somebody asked me a football question. I love it. No, I don't regret. I'm still probably Xavi out camp. I think this tie is not over. As happy as I am after last night, this tie is not over, and it's a long way unless he wins the Champions League, which
But
is
suddenly, there is some sort of cohesion now that you see since the time that he made the announcement that it's going to be, his last season.
I think he did it to take pressure off himself. And he knew that if I do really well, they'll ask me to stay and I'll stay.
I think Laporta's already made it public. He says that he wants Dravid to continue.
That's exactly
The
what
board definitely wants you. You know that.
Smart. He's smart that way. He took his pressure off him now. Because the media is after him, fans are after him. He says, okay, I'm leaving after this season. Now they can't be after him. Okay, this season is there. Now if he gets the result, they'll back him. If they don't, take it.
Exactly.
Okay.
GGK Sid just unleashed Sky today. MI will win in 16 overs like last year versus RCB at Wankhede. Of course, he will be there at number 4 or 3, depending on the situation. But Rohit to a left-hander, that always raises your blood pressure.
Vineet Ambat says that umpire's review was more like MI's third review, not done.
Absolutely.
Completely. Agreed.
Totally.
Okay, Prakash Jha says on a lighter note, was Kohli getting out early was blessing in disguise for RCB? They got this almost in 16 overs due to
Jasprit Bumrah.
No, it's not. How much have they got? Pretty much the same that Virat was there. They would have
When Virat was there, 180.
The only silver lining you can look at this is again the others. They knew then that they had to pull up their socks.
They are 11 runs to the better when Virat Kohli hit that
one of the
1500.
reasons why all of their failures were hidden, shrouded, was because there was somebody else ensuring that they had something to play with game in, game out. 180 they were getting on most days.
Now it is the turn of their most weakest facet to step up. The bowling. The bowling is their weakest suit. Let us be very honest about that. And at the Wankhede, after 5-6 overs, if Sky has settled in, start praying. Really start praying then. But I think, see, a good start, only 2 runs in the first over. So, let's see.
One final comment because everyone is saying DK.
I hope they're not saying for WC.
Of course. Now, legends will say DK should be in World Cup in social media as we need number 5-6. Do you think Samson fits number 5-6? Look, the DK experiment ended, was buried 2 years ago. This is the last flickers of the flame that we are seeing in DK's, because I think he's not playing anything after IPL.
He's anyway said that IPL and then it's retirement for him.
Over, please. By that logic, even MS Dhoni should come back.
How can he come back? He's not winning games, na?
I know.
According to you. So how can he come back?
I know.
DK may.
That is what Janta Janardhan says, na?
Janta Janardhan.
Bring back MS Dhoni also. So.
Okay. See you. Any switching happening? On stump mic? Rohit Sharma said
Seriously? And reply?
Well, if you have that kind of sentiment.
No, it must be like get out now.
I know. Exactly.
He was also muttering something, Rohit. I saw when DK was hitting those shots.
Especially the ones to Madwal.
He was saying something.
3 boundaries.
Muttering something.
Madwal.
Chalo, okay. See you. Or still going with all 3 going with Mumbai?
I'm
still.
Going with Mumbai. Yeah.
And that's a 6. Well done, Ishan. Well done.
Ishan, Nandkishore, Avasthi.
Can't put that. A lot of people, I'll tell you off camera, especially from one of our colleagues upstairs who's very enlightened.
That you imply something.
Yeah, that I imply something.
Oh, I understood.
Which is totally far-fetched. Yeah. But we have got people who veer on opposite ends of the spectrum. I have to respect that for harmony's sake.
You don't respect our opinion when we say it's okay to boo him. There you want everyone to agree with you. No,
which I am saying, no, there are certain things I take a stand for, but certain things they make it so personal. But by the way, Hardik got booed.
He got booed today also.
Yes, I think when he came on to bowl, for a brief moment it started, and the second wide I think he got booed, but I think
it was getting softer now.
It is getting softer.
How much? It's
First
done.
win
The
anyway.
anger they have
Flogging
to.
a dead horse anyways, what's the point? So that's why. Yeah,
I forgot to tell you that there's a friend of mine who wants to have a proper chat with you off cam maybe, and tell
Watches
he watches sports today. He's an avid watcher of our shows, and he's like, I want to have a chat with him one-on-one and tell him who a fan really is. That a fan is always going to be emotional. So stop feeding logic into fans. They are emotional.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I say. Listen.
But that's the thing.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you.
See you.